In today's video, I'm going to go over with you in under 10 minutes how we took our company from just being two guys, an aerator going door to door, to being a company that has 11 trucks, 16 full-time employees, and doing over $2 million in revenue. Let's get right into it. So the way it started was that I got invited to a company that gave you something called a mechanical aerator to go door to door with and sell the service and actually do the work. Long story short though, they only gave you a 30% commission. So I remember saying to myself, if I'm doing all of the sales and all of the work, I don't want a 30% commission. I want 100% commission. And that led to the very start of JL Lawn Care. And the reason we changed that is because literally as we were starting to do more houses, somebody came up to us and as we were doing their lawn, and they kept thanking us for the work and congratulating on our fresh start in life. And we were so confused about what the heck they were talking about. And once we asked them to clarify what they were referring to, they said, oh, JL Lawn Care, JL Lawn Care. You guys are ex-convicts, right? You guys used to be in jail, now you're doing lawn care services. So somehow that happened, and we wonder if that person thought it. I'm sure lots of other people thought it. So we were driving away that day and saying, we need a new name. And we're having, I think we had a beer or two, we were spitballing names back and forth. Somebody said Yard, somebody said Dawgs, maybe the other way around, and lo and behold, Yard Dawgs was born. And since that day, 9-ish years ago, we've been the Yard Dawgs. But we didn't always have a shop like this either. We were in my parents' garage until we got kicked out, and then we moved to Liam's parents' garage until we got kicked out. Now, Liam is my business partner for the past 9 years here, and we've been doing this together from the get-go. But as we started to do services with people started to notice that we were a little bit different. We showed up on time. We were always in uniform. We weren't swearing every third word. We didn't have cigarettes hanging out of our mouth. We were a credible, two credible guys doing honest work. And people really appreciated that. And they started to actually refer their friends to us and start to ask us for more services. So after we opened the door of opportunity to our business, we found that after 1 year, if things went well, we would stick with it. If it was bad, we wouldn't. But in order to do so, we really needed to niche down on something. So there was a point that we were doing every service for anyone, anywhere. If you needed us to come out and sweep your kitchen, we would do that. If you needed us to come to your house and just landscape the heck with your garden beds, we were doing that also. If you needed us to plunge your toilet half an hour away, we'd be there in 35. We were doing everything for everyone, and we had no idea what kind of service or business we were actually building. To figure out our niche, we asked ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are the 4 to 5 most profitable services that we offer out of like the 40 or 50 that we have? 2, what do we have the most experience with? Like, what are we actually good at that we could actually work towards being the best at? The 3rd question, what was a service that actually had a demand in the marketplace? Fertilizer weed control programs, making lawns green, healthy, and weed free. One of our most profitable services. Yeah, we've had some great experience doing that, and we have some of the equipment to make that happen. And 3, it looks like there's the least amount of competition on those, but I see those signs everywhere, so I bet you there's a very high demand. So we decide right then and there, we're going to make different packages catered towards making lawns beautiful, green, healthy, lush, and weed-free, and we're gonna go all in on that industry. This was the first machine we ever bought. We literally had this 300-pound thing. We went door to door, and we knock on the person's door and say, hi there, my name is James, this is Liam. We're in university. We've started up this amazing lawn care company. Would you like to have us aerate your lawn for $50? And a lot of people said no, but we kept doing it. We went door after door after door, and we got a little bit better every single time we got told no, learned from our mistakes, and over time, a couple people should say yes. Yes, I'll do narration, sir, go for it, sort of thing. And hey, by the way, if you're liking everything you're seeing so far, we are the Dirt Life channel. We make these videos to document our journey along the way, building a $2 million lawn care company. Our hope is to grow, help you grow your lawn care company, and who knows, maybe in the future we can work together in some capacity. For now, we're just having some fun, but if you like what you see so far, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs here within the next month, and you're a huge part of that. So if you like what you see, give us a sub, and beyond that, let's get back to the action. So we were on the phones like 24/7. Every single call had to be answered promptly, 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, from 8 a.m. pretty much until like 6 p.m. every single day. If a new lead came in, speed to lead, baby. We had to call the lead usually within 1 to 2 minutes to make sure that we can actually get them on the phone. Because what we found is that if we took any longer, they just got busy with their day and they didn't answer the phone. Eventually, we started to build our clientele. Our marketing was going out there. We're focusing on Google ads in particular to make sure that when people Googled Weed Control Calgary, Lawn Care Calgary, we were ranking #1. We dialed in on our SEO and we made sure that every single lead came in, we tried to sell. If they didn't go ahead with us, we did proper follow-up sequences to make sure that we increase the probability of every single lead actually turning into a client over time.
Whenever we sold a job, we made sure the customer experience was phenomenal all the way through, and that every single time a yard dog sign went into someone's lawn, it was a beautiful golf course like green, at least at the end of their program. Taking lawns from zero to hero is what we really got really good at. And when people called in, we would answer phone calls when they called in. We always addressed them by their first name. We focused them when someone wasn't happy, we did whatever it took to keep them as a client and happy there. Yes, there's like a small number of people that are unserviceable clients, but the 99.9% of people out there, they're just a homeowner that wants to have a frictionless, headache-free experience, and that's what we wanted to deliver to them. And we did what's right. We weren't perfect, we made a ton of mistakes, but whenever we did make a mistake, we owned up to it and got it right. And we were willing to actually lose money on a client if it meant that they would be rectified, they tell their friends and family about us, and they would never go out and post a bad review about our company. When people were happy, we focused on growing our Google review count to date. To date, we almost have 1,000 with a 4.9 out of 5. That comes from doing a lot of work and asking for reviews as people were happy, but more than anything, just doing a really good job along the way.
Now, call after call, email after email, we slowly started to build our business, but it took a long time. In our first year going full time into this niche, we gathered 296 annual fertilizer and weed control clients. In year number 2, we got that up to 1,200. In year number 3, we went hard and we got to about 3,000. The next year, we made a ton of mistakes and we were growing a little bit too fast. We actually only grew from 3,000 to 3,400 clients after you factor in that our retention wasn't all that great. But this past season, after focusing
on the actual clients, doing great work and still continuing to sell like crazy, we've gotten the number up to 4,650 clients that we take care of on an annual basis. So it took 5 years to grow to that number with a lot of hard work and determination.
So guys, one of the last pieces of the puzzle to really put together the company that we have so far is that we had to build a killer team. Now, to this point, it was always James that needed to be on the phone, or it was Liam that had to be a part of the operations. The problem with that is that a business cannot rely on the founders to excel and continue to thrive, because if that's the case, it's not Yard Dawgs that's the business, it's Liam and James that's the business. And we wanted to grow a company that could work independently whether or not we are there. So it all comes down to getting the right people in the right seats at the company. And it takes a long time to develop people. It takes a long time to find the right people, but we became obsessed with finding talent, recruiting talent, training, and giving people the skills they need to thrive, and building a team here. We came up with these 5 core values, which we found sort of asking ourselves, everyone that's worked out here and everybody that hasn't worked out here, what were the things, the core values that they had or didn't have, essentially, to make that happen there? We came up with curious and always ready for a challenge, extreme ownership, drama-free, excellence, earned, not given. Those are something I'd be happy to go through in another video, but we put together a solid team to actually start to run the thing. We pay them well, we treat them well, we start to make sure that they're part of the team, making sure that they're part of the top level decisions, and it's through a team that you can grow over time. So guys, that's it. After 9 hard years, that is how we grew to a company that has 16 full-time employees, as well as 11 trucks servicing over 4,600 residential lawns here in one city. We have big plans in the future. We do want to continue to grow, but it always starts with that first door that you knock on. It starts with that first person that you call to try to talk to you about your services. And it took 9 years and a ton of mistakes for us to grow the journey that we've gone so far, but we ain't gonna stop. If you've liked this video and you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel so we can keep documenting our journey, giving it to you, helping you grow your lawn care business. And like I said, who knows, in the future, maybe as we're starting to grow, we would love to talk to you, potentially work with your business in your city to see how we can actually make Yard Dawgs one of the most trusted names in the lawn care industry. Thank you so much for following this video all the way until the end. I appreciate you so much. And until the next video, we will see you soon.